Okay, this time let's have a look at a feature of these F strings that makes them so useful, and that's about layout. So if I just run this code again up here so you can see what happens. So on this first one, I've got an F string. After I've said the string that I want to print, and I could have passed it a variable that contains a string instead of the string, I've said I want dots to fill up any gaps. I want it to be 15 spaces wide, the overall amount of space used, and this tells it to right align the actual value. And the next one, I've set a dot again, 15 spaces, and so it's filling in these gaps, right aligned this time, left aligned this time, center aligned with the up arrow. Here you can see that if you put a space in, that it can center it and it just leaves a gap, and you can see that I can do the same if I just put a space in here. So if I just put a space in for each of these, and you can see that when I run it again, they're just right line, left line, centered. So they're very useful for laying things out, for making things appear in a table. Now, at the bottom, what have we got? This works with either integers like we've got here, or with floats. Now with floats, the decimal point counts as one of the positions that you've got. But basically what I'm saying here is this is my number. And again, I could pass it a variable that contained a number. And then I'm saying 0 is the placeholder I want you to use for all empty spots. And then I'm saying that 5 is how many places I want it to have. So you can see if I change this to say 15 and I run this again, and you see that now has 15 leading zeros, 14 leading zeros before the 3. That's about all I've got for the moment for F string tricks, but there are a lot more things that we can do with F strings. Your job now is going to be to go back and go to challenge number 4. And this one is going to ask you to put some data that's already existing in this REPL that you're going to fork, and it's going to ask you to lay it out with some right or left alignment taking up a certain amount of space. It's taking an awfully long time to load though. There we go. So what you've got to do is you've got to follow these instructions here. So you're going to use an F string for formatting the display of the hero details so that the hero's name takes up 12 characters and is centered. Their first name takes up 10 characters and is right aligned, and their surname takes up 10 characters and is left aligned. So you should be able to pick all that up from the other video. If you have any problems, watch the solution video that I'll post after this one.